Folks, in my last video, I described the limitations I operate under as a mayor, during an emergency declaration. So I cannot do many of the things that people, they want me to do, and I get that they want me to do some things they think are necessary. And I appreciate how maddening that can be for residents when you see something done that you'd like the mayor to do. So I understand those frustrations, like when you see a business that's open that you don't think is essential. Believe me, I have at times I've wondered myself, why is that business open? And why is it essential? So two things. There will be businesses that at first glance they might seem like they're not essential, but may in fact provide vital support to, say, transportation or food security, being part of the chain that supports the retail outlets. So, and it's not always obvious when something's interconnected into that chain. So the other thing is, the office of the mayor does not have the authority to close businesses, period. And that responsibility rests exclusively with the provincial government. So, I'll have and I'll continue to make very strong recommendations and conversations that I have with the province. And I do that every step of the way. But, a mayor cannot force a provincial government to make decisions, or force local businesses to close. And sometimes we'll make a decision like we did last Monday on playgrounds that the province then overrules because what they do has priority. So I'll give you another example that people are talking about, fast food restaurants. And many people think they should close. But I wonder, you actually thought about that? Because what about all our first responders, police, fire, paramedics, working long shifts? I'm sure the last thing they want to do is go home and make a meal and wash dishes with hands that have been, cracked and peeling after a day of using hand sanitizer. And so it helps them, and other essential workers as well coming off shift. And then think about that, the single parent single parents we have in our community. So they're doing their best to work from home, look after their kids. And so something as simple as being able to order pizza, that could make quite a difference to a person in that situation. So the thing to remember is, in a situation like this, nothing's perfect. Governments are responding very quickly, doing what they think is important and essential. And it's sometimes when you're doing that, you're not making perfect decisions. In fact, if you wait to make perfect decisions, you don't do anything. So I think we're all committed, no matter what level of government, to doing what we believe is necessary to protect the safety of our community and make sure that we're providing the necessaries of life for our residents and otherwise dealing with the impact of the shutdown. So in my next segment, I'll talk about the statistics Premier Ford announced on Friday and what that means for our community. And it's hard to bring it over based on math, but it gives you some idea of what we might be facing. Because I think the next 3 to 4 weeks is going to be critical for our community. It's going to be different than the last 3 to 4 weeks. And so stay tuned for our next segment, and I'll talk about that. Plus, personal experience I've had with COVID-19 and one of my staff. Thanks, bye.